This one goes out to all the curmudgeons out there everywhere.
Curmudgeons.
I don't even know what a curmudgeon is.
What is a? Can we define that before we go any further?
Curmudgeon. It is Wired magazine.
Burn.
Fight me.
Ooh, okay. You're gonna close down the GUI, baby.
I'm calling you out, Wired. They put out this headline. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this article.
Yes.
Actually, but NFTs don't work the way you might think they do, and
You've been lied to.
Or the way Wired thinks they do.
Yeah.
This is when boomers discovered the internet, and it's gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah.
To dissect
The
this.
internet's never going to work.
It's never
Just
gonna
like
work.
NFTs.
Before we get into this, though, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. It really helps us out. It helps NFT GUI grow. We got to get the goo, spread the goo. Beyond
Nice.
we're having too much fun today.
Yeah. Oh, we're on it.
But dude, let's get to the article here. NFTs don't work the way you think they do. What? We've all been lied to. This is quite an article. There's actually quite a bit here.
This reminds me of the articles in the 90s about the fad of the internet. The internet's a fad. It's stupid. It has no real use case. Everybody complaining. Why get on the internet? I remember the first time I got on the internet, I was like, okay. What do I do?
Yeah,
I'm plugged in. And my computer went, and I connected. And now what? I needed to search for something to tell me how to search for something on the internet. But I remember thinking, well, this is dumb. Who wants to do this?
Well, the internet was just for a bunch of neckbeard guys to talk to each other.
Neckbeard?
That's all it was for.
That's right.
Neckbeard?
Neckbeard.
Is that like Captain?
They don't shave their necks, dude.
Captain
Yeah.
Net?
Because they're ultimate nerds.
That's the ultimate.
These are
nerds.
real nerds. These are people that really were insanely nerdy.
Yeah,
First time I played a game with somebody else on the internet was just like, whoa, we're connected playing this game.
Yeah.
And then
Way
when they
far
started
away.
when you could hear them talking to
Oh,
you.
yeah. It was just
Oh,
like,
man.
Right.
just lit up.
But it takes those nerds. It takes the neckbeards
I
to
just
get
chatted
in
with
there.
a lot of I just chatted with a lot of girls that were probably guys.
A lot of bots.
All right. What's this? We are down the road.
we certainly
What's this article about? What
Okay.
do they say?
So here's, I think one of the big problems here is they don't really understand. Wired does not understand what it means to own an NFT. What exactly are you owning? And in this case, it says, I highlighted a quote here. It says, this framing of ownership, by the way, is misleading for a number of reasons. For starters, NFTs can only convey ownership for rather possession. But yeah, so basically they're saying they can convey that you own something, you possess something, but in and of itself, it's not. I'm sorry, I cannot read from this distance.
Of the token itself.
Yeah.
As software engineer Molly White explained to Wired, with NFTs, the thing you've bought does not tend to give you ownership of the underlying item, meaning the image, game asset, etc. In any way you would normally transfer physical or digital art. And I think they're missing the point, aren't they?
Oh, big time. They're missing a big point. So, like, if you say you got an item in a game, you won an item, but there's other people that have that same item. You don't own all those items. You just own your digital copy of it, but you could resell that item for somebody else to use in that game. And so they're kind of saying that you don't actually own it, which is sort of true, but you own that specific one linked to the blockchain.
And what gives it value is that you own it. You
Right.
own it. If nobody owns it, then it doesn't have any value, right? The fact that the NFT and on the blockchain shows that you own that is what gives it some value, right? Millions of rocks on the ground, nobody cares.
Right.
But the person that owns that land, they own the land, so the land has value because they can sell the land, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about the land itself.
Yeah.
It's
That
about
dirt's
who
not any more
owns.
precious.
Yeah, it's who's got the contract that says I own the land and I can sell it to somebody else, right?
That NFT is like the contract.
Exactly. We
exactly
originally, when we came to this country, we squatted land, right? That's how we owned it. We didn't
I
buy
didn't
anything.
squat nothing.
We did. In Alaska, you can still go squat some land and build something on it. Then you have something because a document says, hey, you own this now.
Sasquatch.
It's not about the image. It's
Right.
about that is
the
ownership.
digital imprint that image is tied to. The image is just an image that kind of gives somebody an emotional connection to that sort of contract, and it makes it more fun. Which I think without the images, people wouldn't be as into NFTs. It would take a longer time for the adoption. But since you've got that emotional construct or attachment to that contract, it makes it more fun. You're trading contracts that have these cool images to it and this cool community behind it. So
Yeah.
And part of it is just it's symbolic of the blockchain. I think a lot of people are having, you have a difficult time understanding cryptocurrency, how all of that works. I know I did getting into it, but in this case, you have images that go along with it. It's almost a symbol of what it is.
A symbol. Yes. It's crazy because if you don't understand blockchain, crypto, any of that NFT stuff, one day it will just click. At least it did for me. One day I'm just like, oh, wait a minute. I get it. And I think there's still a lot of folks that aren't there yet.
Yeah. So going back to the example, this is always a fantastic example of in-game items. Now, how about this for the headline for the section? NFTs can't let you take digital items between games or apps. I'm going to stop you right there, Wired. And part of this is because games aren't set up. They're not connected to NFTs. This is a technology that could be used and can be used and is being used in many cases. But if you're not on board with it, if you're not using US dollar currency, you're not going to be able to accept and exchange US dollar currency. Like, you have to make things compatible with this technology.
Yeah.
It exists.
it's got to be integrated.
The funny thing is, but that is the future. This is going to be, we are going to see games more connected and NFTs more a part of that than ever before. So
Well, you used to not be able to buy stuff on the internet with money. You used to not be able to trade stuff on the internet. So they're saying that it's almost impossible, but it's just because the technology is still being developed.
I still remember with PayPal, people having a difficult time understanding. But I put my credit card on the internet. PayPal.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
No way will I put my credit card on.
No, everybody does everything. You're
Yeah.
not going to be able to opt out of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember early days. Does anybody remember X.com?
I don't.
So X.com was
Vaguely.
what Elon actually created.
Oh, yeah.
And they merged with PayPal. When X.com came out, they would give you $20 to start an account. And you started out. You guys are too young. I'm an old dude, I guess. It was 1999.
I remember
I think
why.
X.com came out in '99, I think, something like that.
Y.com. Why?
Why? Why ask why? But anyway, when they merged, I was like, dude, I liked my X.com. PayPal sounds stupid, but anyway, whatever. The whole point was I said, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this banking. Then Ing came up and different online connected banking. Anyway, the rest is history, right?
Well,
Yeah.
Didn't
take long.
Yeah, when I look at it, it comes down to, I think, a basic misunderstanding of what NFTs are. And we're going back to the article here I've got highlighted. One of the more outlandish claims made of NFTs is that they'll help enable the true metaverse by
What
allowing
the hell does that mean? The real metaverse, not the fake one. Wait a minute.
This is the
Say what?
Web 3, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Web
kind
3.
of,
Right, yes.
But when you think about it, it's like, well, the technology would have to exist in order for that to exist.
Yeah.
So
They all bridge off each other, and so each part of the metaverse, Web3, and cryptocurrencies and NFTs, those are all integrated together and being built together, but it's still the beginning stages.
It's just a
But what's possible
baby.
is so beautiful, like a beautiful baby that doesn't ever cry.
It doesn't ever cry.
well, you said possible. I have to point out, because
Okay.
we were laughing about this. They said, trading things between games. it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
What is almost impossible?
Almost.
That
Almost impossible absolutely means possible.
I try.
it's just hard.
Sort of.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It kind of.
And nothing hard is
Can't
ever
do
gets
it.
done. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this article. Didn't we have something else to
Yeah,
complain about this?
I gotta bring up this last point. We have to. That is that NFTs cost artists more money than they make.
Oh my
And
gosh.
the point here is that
These are dangerous. I think NFTs are kind of
Oh my gosh, we need to illegal outlaw them. And then they'll go up in value. I'll make more money. That'll be great.
Yeah, if they're sold on the black market only.
it's all over. Well, part of this, I mean, it comes down to basic business fundamentals. If you're making a widget that no one wants and no one buys it, you're gonna be out money. The money
yeah.
that it costs you to make that widget. In this case, it's not a surprise to anybody that's been in the world of NFTs. You can't just put out NFTs and get money in return.
Expect people to buy it.
It's called marketing, people.
It's
Yeah.
like anything.
You've got to have an
It
audience.
only has the value that people want to give it. And if I don't know about it, I can't give it any value.
Right.
Yep.
The other thing it says in here, though, is that some people, like Beeple, were creating a new thing and then they were buying it themselves and trying to raise the price. Which
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just
I
stupid.
did that.
There's a lot of that at the beginning of NFTs. People were buying they would
their
have
own
a bunch
stuff.
of they'd have like 10 or 20 whatever wallets with money on them, so they would just create fake volume for their NFT. But I think nowadays people caught on to that, and you can see what's going on.
And to say that is the
call it
norm
wash
in
trading.
this article is ridiculous.
Right.
It's not the norm.
Yeah,
Wired,
last
you're
year it was
fired.
the norm, and back in October, it
Right, yeah.
happened a few times.
That's a
but-
lifetime in the NFT world.
yeah,
Trying
6
to
years
game
ago
the,
in NFTs.
trying to game the system is expensive. It turns out.
And
Yeah.
you can lose money. Artist or not, you can lose money. This
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
have anything to do with me. It's about being business person.
Yeah,
and
if you get
maybe
a
if you're a
business license,
creative,
people are going to flock to you.
yeah, if you're a creative and you're interesting and you love your art and stuff, you maybe should take some business classes too. I'm just saying. You should probably understand business and how marketing works. Just a hair.
I do always find that funny though that they use the term artist interchangeable with baby sills. That we can feel bad for, but what about the artists? Think about the artists.
You're starving.
They're starving.
Starving artist.
But let us know what you think. Maybe you're a starving artist and you have a strong opinion. Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.